Yes guys, Tekkz and I'm back, right? And I got a tactic video for you. Use these tactics in your weekend league, yeah? These are the best custom tactics you can use in your weekend league. Trust. I'm not lying, I promise, right? And you may say, oh, it's your team. It's your team. Look at your team. Any tactics work with your team, blah, blah. Well, guess what? I'm using them on the road to glory. And I'm probably going to go 20-0 on the road to glory. So, what now, yeah? Settle down, yeah? To get to these tactics, I've just been playing top tier pros the whole time. Top class pros. I've used these against the best players. And let me tell you my current record as well, because I write it down now. And my last 13 friendlies, that's 10 wins, 1 draw, and 2 losses. And one of those draws is fake, because I weren't really trying properly. So yeah, that's that. Anyway, I'm going to show you my main ones. I've got like 2 main ones now. I switch in between the game. I'll show you a defensive one. What's the other one? Think of the words, please. Sorry about the towel as well. A comeback one, that's the one. And like a fun one to use as well. I'll show you all them things. My main tactic, the one I started games in, is boring again. It's boring. It's the same as last year, sort of. 45 width, just because I want them to be a little bit closer together. 57 depth. I don't like my depth being too high, because there's certain pros where like you play them, and they're just in on goal every 3 seconds. For lower depth, I can sort of press and watch the through balls as well, sort of thing. Balanced, direct passing, the casual, the usual. 40 width as well, because when my width is closer, my right back's on overlap, all the teams sort of come bunched together and you can create an overload on the edge of the box in a 4-3-2-1. Right, now 7 players in box, because basically in this formation, as I said about 3 milliseconds ago, the whole point of it is creating overload. And now if I get the ball down the right hand side with my right back who's on overlap, and I tell everybody to get into the box, my left centre mid will get into the box, my right centre mid will get into the box, the left forward in the box, the striker's in the box, and the right forward in the box. That's 5 players in the box. It just defends perfectly as well in the counters for some reason. This formation is just a glitch. 3 corners, 2 free kicks, no particular reason. You can do whatever you want, and this just don't go above 3. Like, don't do 4 because you'll get counted. In a 4-3-2-1, the instructions are the most important thing. My left back, I have stay back while attacking, right? But this is where the important thing is. My right back is balanced overlap because he's the guy that's going to get me the width. You know, he's the width guy. You send him on a run, you keep the ball with Van Dijk, Cancelo, De Bruyne, and then you switch it out eventually. The central centre mid, stay back while attacking, cover centre. That's it, you don't want to touch him. Yeah, these are the easy parts. And now the complicated part, depending on which way you have your fullback, I've got my left centre mid on balanced cover wing, right? Cover wing, because now look at the right forward. My right forward is on comeback on defence. So what happens is the left centre mid will defend at left mid, and the right forward will defend at right mid. So you attack in a 4-3-2-1 and you defend in a 4-4-2. So stay back, cover centre. And these two will be your left centre mid and right centre mid. Hansen here will be my left mid, and Mbappe will be my right mid while defending. And then the attackers stay central, getting behind, come back. Stay central, getting behind, stay central, and no getting behind. Because I don't want my left forward, like, when I attack from the right, I don't want my left forward running off. I want him just standing there to like deliver RBAs into and stuff. That's the first tactic. This is my main one, the one I use the most. If I don't feel in control of the games, I go to a 4-2-2-2. And this is a very basic 4-2-2-2. Balance, 45-55. Balance, direct passing, 5 players in box, 3 corners, 2 free kicks. Now, what I do like with 4-2-2 though, is I was using this. I was going on long ball. That works as well. If you want to go long ball works, and it works really well. But I've gone back to balanced, just so I want my players to be a bit closer together. And then the instructions for this one, stay central, getting behind. Stay central, getting behind. My left cam is come back, get into box, drift wide. I like having drift wide on one of my wingers. Couldn't tell you why. I just like it, okay? And then my right cam is come back, get into box. Yeah? So only one of them is on drift wide. My right DM, I've got cut, pass and lane, stay back, cover centre, deep line playmaker. I like deep line playmaker because they just offer themselves options all the time. Sometimes they'll come between the centre backs and you're like, oh, where's my DM? But then, like, sometimes he'll just come close for a passing option. That's why I like having deep line playmaker. I just feel like for my style of play, it helps, okay? And now my left DM, cut, pass and lanes, cover centre, deep line playmaker. But this time it's on balanced, yeah? I've got one DM on balanced, and then the DM I've got on balanced is the one furthest away from the fullback I've got on balanced. Okay? So if I had Bellingham on balanced, I'd have Cancelo on balanced. But I got De Bruyne on balanced. And then my right back is balanced overlap. My left back is stay back overlap. Those are my 2 main formations that I use. And as I say, it works in the road to glory as well, so shush. You're mush. And now my defensive one. This is where I just want to defend the lead, yeah. Really boring. Width 39. I just want them to be as compact as possible. Depth 53, because I don't want to be too deep to a point where... Oh, my arm's looking big today, you know. Wow. I don't want them to be too deep to a point where I can't press at all. And I'm just so far back that they're eventually going to score because the pressure's too much. You know, like, imagine there's water in a room and the more and more water gets in the room and then eventually the windows pop. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to be so deep that eventually the goal pops. Yeah? Analogy. Build a play, balance, direct passing. If you do anything other than this, you're weird. Unless it's long ball, because I told you long ball's good. Yeah? I told you. Width 46. I don't know why. Just width 46. Players in the box 4. Because if I do have a chance to score, I don't want no one to be in the box. That makes sense. And I don't feel like it affects it too much. So if I go 1, I don't think it's that much worse. And if I go 1, I'm never going to score. So yeah, 4's good. 2-2. No chance of counter attacks. And now these are the worst instructions of all time. Come back. Come back. Come back. Stay wide. Get into box. Come back, stay wide, get into the box. Because when I'm getting pressed, I want my wingers just to be as wide as possible to give me an out ball, you know, an option. The centre mids come, cut past the lane, stay back, cover centre, cut past the lane, stay back, cover centre, stay back, yeah. These stiffest tactics in the game. You just don't want to concede when you go into this. I don't know what else to say about these. These are really boring. And now, my constant pressure tactic, 65, 85. These don't matter. You can put them as high as you want, as low as you want. It really doesn't matter. Fast build-up, direct passing, 65 width, 10 players in box, 3-3. Those ain't too deep. It's just have them high. Stay forward, stay central, getting behind. Stay forward, stay central, getting behind. Stay forward, get into box. Stay forward, get into box. You just want a line of 4, really. But I don't like 4-2-4 because I feel like all the players are too far away from each other. Cover centre, balanced, cover centre. Balanced overlap, balanced overlap. However, if you don't want a fun tactic, it's just the go-to narrow. If you want to have fun on FIFA, go narrow. Press after possession, 45 width, 67 depth, a high depth. You want to score as many goals as possible. Fast build up, direct passing, 50 width, 7 players in box, 3-3. Just fly forward. And on the instructions, you want the front 3 to stay forward, stay central, getting behind. Yeah, obviously the cam can't get behind, but have to stay forward. And you just have 3 players sat there ready to score some goals. Now the centre mids, just get both the out ones unbalanced. So you got your front 3, and then your 2 in behind, and then your Jude Bellingham that just sits there and lets everyone else do what they want. And not only do you have your front 3 and your 2 just hovering behind getting involved, you got your fullbacks unbalanced. Literally everybody's forward, but you got your 3 at the back in Bellingham, Van Dijk and Koundé. You can only lose the ball up front in this. You lose the ball up front, you go press after possession, you got 8 guys charging after the ball. You're gonna get that ball back. So yeah, that's like the fun tactic I like to use. So yeah, here was an informative video for you lot. Next video, I hope it's more entertaining. Goodbye.